Hey there, I'm Stefanie Flaxman. I've been a writer and editor for 20 years, and I have more than 200 videos on YouTube that help you live and work like a writer. That is a lot of videos, so let me curate my best advice for you. You can sign up for free exclusive updates at stefanieflaxman.com. I'll send you my top tips for new writers, plus other advice that works best in email rather than audio or video. It would be my pleasure to meet you at your inbox as your new writer consultant. Ready to join the club? Go to stefanieflaxman.com to sign up for free. And remember, I spell Stefanie with an F, not a PH. The proper spelling is on your screen right now. That is stefanieflaxman.com. I'll see you there. Welcome to the state of writing professionally in 2023. We are halfway through 2023 at the time of this recording, so I want to recap and sum up my observations and experiences this year so far. I like using the term writing professionally because of the double meaning. It could mean that you write professionally as in that is your profession, that is your job, and writing professionally could also refer to the quality of your writing. Is it professional quality versus amateurish quality, or sloppy writing, or novice writing, or someone who writes versus a writer? And I love that distinction because we are sold a lie every single day online by big quote influencers who tell people how easy it is to be a high-paid copywriter or any other type of writer, and you only have to work 1 hour a day. Isn't that amazing? We are sold lies every day on social media because those people want to increase their own popularity by telling everyone how easy it is, because that is what people want to hear for the most part. People want to hear about how easy and fast something is. So people who are probably terrible writers and not good writers, but know how to gain followings online, spread these lies. And they don't care about the difference between someone who writes and real writers. And that is the same distinction that needs to be made since AI has become a hot topic in regard to writing and writing professionally. So as I've talked about before, anyone who's telling you how easy it is to be a writer is probably not a good writer themselves. They know how to get in front of people who they can manipulate and persuade and trick, because the more people who buy the lie in their headline and click on the article or watch their video, the better it is for that person. But it's a joke because it's never been easy. And it's never needed to be easy because good things are not easy. Good things take time. Good things take real work. So the more you remember that the state of writing professionally right now is not that different from how it has always been, if you understand that things take time and work, we're actually in a pretty hopeful time for writers. Good writers. Because all of the get rich quick and all of the just use AI to do this, everyone who's telling you how to do it easier and faster, I think we're in the worst of it right now. I know you shouldn't make predictions, but I'm going to make a prediction. I think we are in the worst of it right now with the most junk online, with the most hype-centric content that spreads lies about how you become a writer and what it takes. I think we're in the worst of it, which is me being positive, because it can only get better from here. And good writers and real writers will need to show up and emerge going forward to fix all of the junk online. All of the junk online right now is so pathetic, and that is because we value as a society, as a culture, fast and easy. But why do we need to do things faster to just show how unoriginal and boring and stupid we are faster? Why can't we slow down? A huge appeal of AI to people right now is how fast you can produce content. Why do we need to produce content so fast? What went wrong that we can't just follow the natural creative process that human writers need? The demand is the problem. We demand junk all the time. Our pathetic state of the internet and social media demands junk all the time. So AI looks really appealing to a lot of people because they can create more junk faster. But like I said, I don't think this is going to last because people are going to stop trusting these junk sources. People are going to wake up and realize how everything is so fast and easy all the time, that it's not working, because it's not going to work for people, because it doesn't work. It's a joke right now to any real writer or artist or creative person. Anyone who has spent time working on their craft and becoming smart at running their own freelance business should think that this is an absolute joke. This is laughable. The sheep that just are so amazed by the possibilities of AI, it's pathetic. It's a joke. And it's not going to last, because again, I'm not taking my own advice, and I'm making a prediction. So this is good news for good writers, because AI is only a threat to bad writers. AI could probably produce the same quality as someone who has not taken the time to not only work on their craft, but present the best presentation possible for when they apply for jobs. There's so much that a good writer still has control over that has nothing to do with the use of AI. You can still build the best possible website. You could build the best possible samples to show people who still want to hire writers that you're the perfect fit for the job. You can learn how to create better pitch samples so that when you approach editors and content managers, you genuinely want to help them, and you will genuinely provide value to them if you collaborate. You can still build the best relationships with other people who you genuinely care about getting to know. And you could be the best communicator that you can be, so that everyone likes talking to you and likes working with you. That you're not a pain to work with, and you're professional and you know what you're doing. There's so much that a good writer can control in this environment. And it has nothing to do with how popular you are. All of that is within your control. That positions you to be the best choice when an opportunity comes along that you are qualified for. The popularity contests on social media. Oh, getting this number of followers is the answer to everything. No, the people who have a lot of followers are not good writers, because they spent time trying to get a following instead of actually working on being writers. Again, it's to trick you. It's to get more people to pay attention to them. It is not to your benefit. So if you want to be popular, I don't think this environment is good for you, because everyone who's telling you, just be popular like me and I can show you how, is doing that for themselves. They're not doing it to benefit you, because you don't actually have to be popular. You have to do the work. You have to be by yourself and be a better writer than you are today. And the only way to become a better writer than you are today is to practice today. And the only way to become a better writer than you are tomorrow is to practice tomorrow. And so on and so on and so on. Also, every company who's more interested in AI than human writers, they were never a good match for you in the first place. So the competition is not as stiff as it seems. Your competition is never, well, not your competition. Companies, the job market never includes companies that aren't a good match for you. So look at it this way. If you have 10 cats and you're going on a dating app to find someone to be in a relationship with, and you put your profile together and the first thing you write is, I have 10 cats. I love 10 cats. So excited about your profile. And then the first person who comes up when you start looking at other profiles to see who else is out there is someone who says, I hate cats. You don't go, oh my gosh, I got to try to make this person like me. This person's so great, I got to make them like me. You go, okay, that is not a match. I do not ever need to look at this person again. I do not need to think about this person again. And that is what happens when a good writer comes across opportunities for companies who either want to pay writers very little money or they value AI more. They're never a match for a good writer, so be a good writer. You don't have to think about the companies who are intrigued by how fast AI can do things, because that AI is just going to show people how unoriginal and stupid they are faster. So you need to identify smart companies. And you do that in job descriptions that look for the company's goal and their values and why they're producing content in the first place. Because smart companies are the ones going forward who are creating a reason for people to be on their websites because their website itself is so valuable. What you can find in searches just for information, it's just growing and growing and growing. You need to be the type of writer who gets someone to a publication and makes them stay there, because the publication itself is so valuable. And it's not just what someone could find through a search result or a voice search or asking AI for something. I think there's going to be a return to real publications with real standards that are going to stand out and be the forefront of content going forward when we reach a peak of all of this junk that is online right now. So smart companies are going to get ahead of this curve and realize that they need to create hubs online that people like visiting because they're fun. And they are communities and resources that their target audiences identify with. They're creating something for their visitors to be a part of. And that takes good writers who deeply understand those audiences. So to recap, work on all of the things in your control. Make the best samples that are a perfect match for the job that you want. If your, quote, dating profile says that you love cats and you have 10 cats, make sure you attract that person. Be a match for the other person who says they have 10 cats and loves cats. Ignore the people who don't. want anything to do with that, because you're not a match. And companies that have never valued writers have never been a match for good writers, because they think someone who writes is a writer. And that is not true. Someone who writes does not take the time and care to focus on all of those elements that I talked about. So go save the internet. That is it for today. If you'd like to get exclusive tips that I only share in email, go on over to stefanieflaxman.com and sign up for free. I will see you there and talk with you soon.